I don't know about you, but every once in a while I feel like picking up a thick book. And in the month of June, I went all out and picked up an 800-page novel called The Priory of the Orange Tree. Now, I buddy read this book along with Sreshta or her chaotic mind, and I honestly don't think I would have gotten through this book without her. So, big shout out to her. This reading vlog will contain spoilers, so if you plan on reading it, then maybe don't watch this video. But if you want to live vicariously through me, then let's get into it. Hi, today is day 4 of reading The Priory of the Orange Tree. I am 90 pages down so far, and obviously there is still a lot more to go. But before I continue reading, let me give you a little update about how I'm feeling about the book. I'd like to preface this by saying that I am not a high fantasy reader. I have read a lot of cozy fantasies. Not even a lot, I have read some cozy fantasies, and the only high fantasy book that I have read is Six of Crows, which was pretty good, but it was not this big. And obviously this book has a lot more world building than Six of Crows, which is why it is so big. So the first 60 pages were a little confusing, and I get that. I totally get that, because there is a lot of backstory, history, lore, whatever you want to call it, behind what is going on right now. So obviously there is going to be some missing links that we'll have to connect for ourselves, and now it is starting to make a lot more sense at page 90. I'm really interested by Eid or Eid's story. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing some of the names wrong. I'm not so deep into the fandom yet that I'll know all of the pronunciations correctly. Her story is really interesting, and so is Lod's. I think I'm very intrigued by the west side of the story and more than the east side of the story. There is also some really interesting themes going on in this book, which I think I am catching on to. The socio-political themes are there, like how two different places create this enmity and hatred towards each other by making their own people afraid of what's on the other side. Like the East is very afraid of the draconic plague, and they keep people away from the East, and people in the West are scared of how the East is rebuilding their connection with the dragon. They are scared of the Nameless One, and they fear a war might be coming from the east and their connection with the dragons and the Nameless One once again. But this book shows that truth is very subjective. Like someone can be a villain in someone's story, and that same person can be a hero in someone else's story. This book shows how narratives are created by people in power to gain more power or to keep other people in control, which was very interesting to me. For example, the Joker is a villain in the Batman story, but then we saw the story of the Joker, who is not really a villain but a man who got into a really bad situation and was forced to become a bad person, and we start to empathize with this character. I think that is the case in here as well, where the West is shown as living in their little bubble, where they are putting forward the stories that they want to. They're believing in those stories and not letting any other perspectives in, and punishing those people who are trying to say a different story. And there is also this secret going on about the orange tree, which I'm really interested to find out. There is sorcery as well, which is making me giddy for some reason. I'm excited to read more, so let's get reading. Today is day 5, and oh my god, so much happened between page 90 and 120. The High Western came back, and then Nicholas was taken away, and Eve just unleashed all her power and tried to protect Sabran, who thinks that she's being protected by the saint. which is just not the case, and it is getting so interesting. I can't wait to dive back in. This book has so many twists that you just can't stop reading. Like Sabran just announced that she's going to get married to the prince of Maintendan or the king or whatever it is. And then Nicholas just ratted out Susa, and I'm so worried for her. The girl, she has such a pure heart, I feel like. I'm sorry, but I don't really care about Tani's story as much. I don't know, it's not appealing to me right now, but I care more about her and Susa's friendship and Susa being in danger mainly. I am worried about Kit actually. I think he is a bit too funny to make it to the end of the novel. I think he might die. I might be wrong. I don't know. I just feel like the funny characters who are like friends of a main character, they usually end up dying in these kinds of scenarios, and it is going to be heartbreaking. So I am bracing myself for it. I just hope it doesn't happen. But if it does, I'm preparing myself for it. Day 7 updates. First of all, I'd like to say Tani's story is getting really interesting. I'm seeing her and all her struggles, and I'm starting to empathize with her. She's basically an overachiever, and I totally get that. Now I'm really invested in her story. And then there is Kit and Lot's friendship. Kit said to him that you let me be myself when my own father wasn't letting me, and that was, I think, the sweetest thing and the sweetest like friendship moment that I have seen in this book so far, and that makes me all the more anxious about Kit's future and if he'll die or not. I have this strong feeling that he's going to die, and just I'm hoping it doesn't come true, but anyway. And we are also seeing this hidden side of Nicholas, and that is also a very interesting story. And I know I don't really like him because he's doing all the wrong things, but I know he's scared and he's in a foreign place. Being a good person is not always the right answer sometimes. But yeah, I'm seeing the good side of him. I know he has his problems as well, and maybe I am the problem because I see the good in everyone in this book so far. Let's get further into it. I read till 180. I read till 190 actually. I just got a little carried away and read till page 190. So let's read till page 210 or more if I feel like it. When I tell you Kit is the funniest character, let me read you a little dialogue so that you know where I'm coming from. So, Loth says, Lady Prissa passed me a note during the dance asking me to meet her tonight. Perhaps she has something to tell me. So Kit replies, or perhaps she has a dagger and means to introduce it to your back. Like, is this not funny? I just think he's too funny, and that will not be good for him and his future. And okay, I need to stop talking about this. I'll just get back to my book. Kit did not just die right now. It has just been 200 pages, not 200, 230 pages around. And I know I was predicting his death, but not so soon. There's still 600 pages to go. Where is the funny? Like, the funny just died. I'm still hoping that he wakes up and there is like a twist that he's still alive and the story doesn't just end there. There is just no shortage of shocking moments in this book, which is why I need to come here every day and give you little updates. So first of all, the whole Flesh King storyline mystery was revealed, and it was so interesting. Now it all makes sense why Yescalin turned their backs on Yenis and the rest of the world, and I'm really looking forward to where the story heads. In that same line of thought, I think Kid died, but I'm still holding on to hope that he might come back and that he's just wounded and Loth did not realize that. Yeah, I don't know, just throwing out some conspiracies out there. Now, moving to the west, I feel really sorry for Sabran right now because she has this whole responsibility of giving birth to a child who will be responsible for possibly saving the entire world. Totally understand her fear of childbirth and motherhood, and I'm really starting to sympathize with her. The whole Lady of the Boats nightmare situation was so terrifying to read about, and I just hope that things just turn out for the better. She is already pregnant. I have read till like that part, and yeah, I just hope it all turns out okay and she feels better. And there is also a whole romance slash chemistry going on between Eid and Sabran. At first, I thought Sabran just had some ulterior motives and she just wanted to find out if Eid was the sorceress or not. But now it seems like there is something more going on, and I'm so looking forward to that part of the story. That is it so far. I'm not going to read any more today, I think, and I'll see you tomorrow. Before I start reading today, let me cover something that I forgot to mention yesterday, and it's regarding why I found Tani's character not so interesting so far. I think I've put a finger on it, and it is because she has been very, very predictable. Her story, rather, has been very predictable so far. Like, I never questioned that whether she'll become a dragon rider or not. It was always a given because she's in the story for a reason, right? She has a very prominent role in it, so I know that she'll succeed in becoming a dragon rider and become that part of the story, because or else she'll not be like erased from the story in the first 5 or 6 chapters. Now that she is a dragon rider, I know there is a lot at stake right now, because if a secret of like helping Suliard gets out, she'll be kicked out and probably punished and killed. And that part is also now interesting me. And I also wanted to mention the fact that Cleolind is being erased from West's history, and how her character and her total arc is being transformed into something that is not the truth, where the saint has taken all the credit and left her with nothing and called her basically useless and all of that. So it's just a tale as old as time, where men take all the credit for what women do and then they become the bigger person. Let's get back to reading. I don't remember which day it is, but it has been a while since I came here, sat down, and talked to you guys about the book. A lot has happened. I have read till page 412, which officially marks reaching the halfway line, and I am honestly so proud of myself. That is like one of my biggest achievements ever. So, yay to me. I'll first start with the complaints. That is the deaths. They are just happening too quick for my liking, and I'm not even saying that because I have grown attached to the characters. They are just not well written, according to me. I feel like I'm not getting the chance to properly connect with these characters, and they are just dropping like flies. It's not even sentimental at this point. I don't feel anything for these characters. They are dying, and I'm like, oh, this character died. Like Obrecht, he just found out that Sabran is pregnant and then just died immediately. Like, give me some time to see Obrecht be a good father to Sabran's child. Like, not even after she has given birth, while she is pregnant, like him being overprotective towards this child, saying things like, I'm going to be the best father or whatever. Just give me something to feel sorry about. I'm just not feeling sorry about Obrecht's death. Like, I'm just pissed. I'm annoyed at these deaths. I really thought that Susa's death would affect me a lot more, but it didn't. I don't know why, but it just didn't. I feel like there needed to be some dialogue before Susa died, like between Susa and Tane. They just took Tane from her home and then just showed her, and there was some inner monologue and she just died. Like, there is some impact of the inner monologue, but it's not as good as having a full blown conversation and like reminiscing about something, or just some conversation between the two would have been nice. I don't know, I just did not like that death either. Suliard's death also just happened like that. And yeah, one thing that Sresha told me, which like makes a lot of sense, is that people used to die very often back then, which is why maybe she did this, like the author did this. But still, I feel like if you're writing a fictional account, you have that freedom to invest us more into these characters, but it was just did not happen. And I don't know how many more people are going to die, but at this point I just don't care anymore. Like, kill them off, I guess. The only person I really was connected to was Kit, probably, and that too, his death felt very anticlimactic. It was just an earthquake. At least make it seem like he died trying to protect Loth from a wyvern or something. And yeah, that is all I'm asking for. Please give me some sentimentality. We also saw this like past of Nicholas and Jannat, and that banter and their romance was so cute. I just want to see more, but I know I'm not going to see much more because of course Jannat is dead and it's just like him reminiscing about the past. But Eid and Sabran's love story is also something that I'm really invested in. I feel like I like slow burns, okay, and their relationship was that kind of a slow burner that built up with time, and it was so beautiful. But then again, the author does not like to see us happy, so she has made sure that Eid gets exposed. I don't know how Combe found out about their sexual encounter, but he did, and now Eid is running away, and she'll probably meet Loth, which I am looking forward to like reading about. But still, what would happen to Sabran, I don't know. Really feel bad for Sabran. I think she is the character that I'm most empathizing with right now, because like she has so much on her plate. She can't conceive a child anymore, so she's probably going to get usurped from her throne by her own people. And this is something that happens in like real life as well. It's just not just a fictional fantasy book. It just happens when you can't give your kingdom something, people are just going to kick you out. Also, we found out Cleolin's real story, and yeah, a man just basically took credit for whatever Cleolin did and then raised an entire kingdom, built a new religion as well, and then just people believed him. And it just happens more often than we realize in real life, actually. But the way this was like revealed to me, I don't know, I feel like things are happening too fast. Loth got to hear of the story and it was just so quick. It happened in like 2 pages. He just spewed the entire story. I feel like it could have been dealt in a different way. I don't know. I'm talking like I know so much about writing. I don't, but it's just, yeah, for like an 800 pager book, I thought I would feel like I'm so connected to all these people, I'm so connected to the story. But yeah, things are happening too fast, and right now everyone is in danger. Tane has been imprisoned, Eid is running from her kingdom, and Sabran will probably be usurped from her throne, and Lo can't go back to the west and he's just stuck in the south. And I'm really looking forward to what happens. Yeah, the High Western came back, just in case I forgot to mention, but yeah, the High Western is back. They attacked Sabran, which is why she miscarried. And this is just, I'm just all over the place, but things happened, okay? And if you're watching this vlog, you probably know that it happened. But yeah, Sabran miscarried, and that was also like, I did not see it coming, to be honest. And which is why I say that I feel the most sorry for Sabran right now. So I'll see you probably tomorrow. Now that will be it for part 1. I honestly did not expect the reading vlog to be so long that I will have to chop it up into 2 parts, but it is what it is. If you made it this far into the video, then thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, then like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye bye.